Winters can be long. We work hard to attain our dream rides, and then it's stored away and placed under life support for 5 months of the year. Unable to drive it, we are tested. Time moves slowly. It is a test of our patience, and we will not fail. Once the long 5 months are over, it's time to unleash the beast.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet of a video that I made as the intro to this video. Well, what can I say? It's been a long 5 months. Yes, the patience have been tested, but that time is here and it feels good to be able to prepare this for our first drive. All right, well, let's get right into it. Let's get this ready. When I stored this away for the winter, I didn't do a whole lot. I kept it super simple. I adjusted the tire pressure, plugged in a trickle charger, and put this cover on. That's essentially all I've done. I've kept it super simple. I know there's this massive checklist for, a lot of Porsche owners that do this, storing their cars away for the winter. I kept it simple. I don't think you need to do all of those things. So let's do a quick walk around of the car, show you what all I've done, and yeah, we'll head on over to our first Cars and Coffee. All right, let's take a quick look at what I've done. So the first thing, let's take a look at this cover. Now, you may be asking, why is it only partially covered? Well, there's a perfectly good reason for that. And that's because this is not the cover for the GT3RS. It was the cover I used for my 997.2 GTS, and it doesn't cover all the way. Now the covers for the GT3RS, yes, I could have retained one, but they were just a little overpriced for what I wanted, and I was going to wait and see if I can find the right one. But for the most part, this has served its purpose. Now, a lot of people say don't put the cover on, it creates micro scratches, and in my case, I agree with that. But the reason for this is because of this garage door. It's a high traffic zone and it gets opened and closed quite a bit, and I didn't want the front to get splashed with snow or slush or whatever else that may be outside. Let's take a look at this. Now, I know this is super tiny and it shouldn't be a big deal, but the cover did its part. It did what it was supposed to do. I have no idea what that is, but there's a red spot there. Or not a red, a black spot, which, yeah, you see that there as well. A little bit over there. So something splashed into the garage, and I'm guessing it's the garage door with slush underneath it that comes on top and it drops onto the car. So for that part, the cover did its trick, and I'll likely do it again. Now the second thing I did, it's kind of messy here, still renovating the garage, is the trickle charger. And we adjusted the tire pressure. So one thing I did, kind of silly, I should have written down a bit more proper, but I kept track of what the tire pressures were before I increase them. So if you put in this away for, let's say, the 4 or 5 months like we have in winters, you would want to increase the tire pressures so that you don't end up with flat spots on the tires. Ideally, you're going up 10 psi from what they suggest from stock. So you can bring this all the way up to 40 psi and let it sit. And when it's ready to go out for a drive, bring it down to 30 psi and you're golden. And that's really all I've done. So let's unwrap this thing. All right, now let's adjust the tire pressures. All right. So they're about 38.5, so it's dropped half a psi. I set it to 39 psi for winter storage. I should have gone higher, but that's good. So now that means we need to drop this down to the original. All right, tire pressures are done. Now it's time to unplug the trickle charger. Now there's one thing you want to think about before unplugging the trickle charger. You want to take that and put it into the off mode. Make sure that the power is turned off. So let's try that. All right, now you can unplug it from the car. Now the reason to do this is you don't want to create any sort of sparks or short out any of the electricals in the car. So leaving it unplugged like that, or at least turning off the trickle charger first, and then pulling it from the car would be ideal. There's that little cigarette light adapter. You just unplug it from there. So let's leave it there. And that's it. Easy peasy. Now, it's always very exciting to take the car out right away. One of the things I'm trying to do is make sure I'm a bit organized so that we're prepared for the winter, the next winter. Because if we don't put things away to where they are, you're gonna end up going around in circles trying to find where you put it. So I have a nice little bag where I put all of these accessories for the car. And anytime it's time for the winter, I just go to that bag and it's all in one place. All right, well, the family's here. We're gonna go do a quick chore. Well, it's not really a chore, but I gotta go out with the family and we're gonna take a look at a new Macan GTS to replace my wife's Macan. If the numbers make sense, maybe we'll do it. So we're gonna do that and then I'm gonna come back here and we're gonna continue the rest of it. Oh yeah, it looks good. I might dust it as well. I have a nice little duster. Let me show you. So this is so amazing. I mean, it's so compact, but it punches so much air through this thing. Once plugged in, this is good enough to like de-dust the car. So I'll go around the car, kind of hoses down or blow it down with this tool. It's called a Black Master or Air Force Blaster Sidekick, portable car and bike dryer. It's quite amazing actually. I'm gonna kind of do this with when I wash the car as well. Anyways, let's get to it. And I'll see you in a moment. This is going to be the first startup of 2021. Oh, this is going to be so good. It's also going to wake up the neighborhood. But hey, it's not bright and early yet. We're going to do that tomorrow. Let's talk about what just happened. Took the car out for a drive. It was amazing. It's just like I remembered it. It was exhilarating. It woke me up. Wow. But I got a warning right away. So the computer was saying I was -3 psi off on the rears, left and right, both. They were equally off, so that was good. So I had to fix it up, and it was all good then. But the roads were very puddly, and I wasn't quite ready to drive over those puddles yet because we have a cars and coffee thing tomorrow that I want to go to, and I want the car to be pristine. I don't want to be caught washing the car in sort of a +10 degrees Celsius weather. I'd rather save that for another day. But amazing setup. I cannot express how happy, puts a big smile on my face just driving this thing right now. It's a huge stress relief. Full of dust though. I'm gonna clean it up. What do you guys think? You guys like this video? Was the intro fun? Trying something different, as always. Always trying something different with new videos. Anyways, thank you all for watching. It's been a long day. It's been a fun day. It's a warm day, and tomorrow is going to be even more fun. So stay tuned. I'll catch you in the next one.